So, what we're going to talk about today is I'm going to entertain the idea of a Bitcoin top. I'm going to go through sort of a Bitcoin top. I'm going to run through a few alts, but I am mainly just going to be speaking about, is this the top? And if it is, then obviously yeah, we're in for some shit for quite some time, to be honest. But yeah, personally, I don't think it is just quite yet. Obviously, I'll show my reasonings why, but fucking hell, I should have got a drink of water, shouldn't I? Jesus Christ. But if you can, comment, subscribe, and obviously share it about, it does help. But yeah, I'll just go straight in. Put it on HD as well, as always, because yeah, it just looks a lot better on HD. But in fact, let me just pull up my notes. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, I just want to check some bits. But yeah, no, we'll go straight in. So literally, there's 4 counts that I've got on Bitcoin. There's 4 counts. I would have said 3 because I personally didn't think this could be a top, but the deeper we start going and the faster we start going, right now, to me, honestly, it looks perfectly fine. Right now, it's just obviously the deeper we start going, the faster we start moving, it is going to start entertaining more of an idea that the top is in. So I'm literally just going to go through the 4 counts. So obviously, count one is you've had 1, 2, 3, 4, and obviously you've had your fifth wave. Okay. Now, from a let's say I'll move all of these. So obviously, let's say you put a channel here from waves 2 to waves 4. Obviously, you come up here. You have actually come to the midpoint. There are some ways here that you can even show that this top is in. Okay, so you've got a 1-to-1 measured move of wave 1, pretty much. All right, you've got a 1-to-1 measured move of wave 1, which is obviously just exceeding it. You've even got a waves 1 through 3. Waves 1 through 3, you've got a 0.5 move, which literally comes and slaps it straight on the button. Obviously, if you take it off this, it's a bit of but yeah, even if you take this off, it's, sort of waves 1 through 3, you've got a 1 there as well, but you don't want to be looking at that, in my opinion. You want to be looking at on log scale for this, just because obviously it's a bit of a much larger move. And obviously, you're obviously in this region here. There's even other stuff as well. What else did I put on the other night? I think it was even this, yeah. I think it was even this. Was it waves 1 through 3? I think it was waves 1 through 3 here as a 0.618. Yeah, obviously your 0.618 as well comes up at 100. So you've got a few obviously fibs here, which are all showing, sort of the tops in, and you've also got this midpoint line as well, which is obviously showing that the top's in. I'm just showing you the case for the top being in. Again, personally, I don't think it is, but I just want to obviously reiterate that, yeah, obviously it could be. Now that's the first count. Obviously, you've got your 5-wave move, which, yeah, we could obviously be getting a leading diagonal here as well. So this could just be a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. Obviously, leading diagonal. Then you could have an A, B, C, and then obviously you could do something like this, and it could dramatically fucking fall off a cliff. All right. Like I said, that's obviously your first count. Now, your second count is that this is your wave 1, this is your wave 2, wave 1, wave 2, wave 1, wave 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. I think that counted the amount of waves, but and then obviously wave 4. So this is your wave 1, this is your wave 2, this is your wave 3, this is your deep wave 4, and you're literally just going to have now just one last impulse to the upside. Sorry for coughing. Do apologise. Burst your fucking eardrum. So you've got, obviously, this is the top. You've got one last pump up to the highs. Obviously, your wave 5. So 1, 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. You've then got, I'm literally showing you all the counts that I can see, and then, yeah, I'll say which one I personally think is sort of the most likely. So obviously you've got wave 1, which is your 1, which is obviously your tops in. Number 2, obviously this is your wave 4. You've got one last high. You've got this count, which you've got some sort of ending diagonal, something like this. This may not even make a high if it's that bearish. It may just come down. So you've got wave 1. No, sorry, not wave 1. Count 1, count 2. Count 3. Or what you've got is something that, honestly, I don't even want to entertain the idea on it, to be honest, because I do think it just looks ridiculous compared to all these other waves. But let's just say you've got something like this could be a wave one, and let's say we're putting in a wave two here, or even this is even more bullish and it ends up creating a running flat. So that's your wave two, right? We've got something like this. Now, I don't think it'd go this high. I think if anything, we'd probably be peaking, and this would be your wave two. So your wave one, your wave two. And then you've got something like this, probably something like that up to about 250, 300. And that's your wave four, your count four, sorry. Now, personally, I don't think this idea is going to happen. It could happen again, but I just don't think it will happen. I just think the thing is, a part of me does think it is good. Do you know what? I'll explain this. Let's go backwards now. So now we've gone to this, right? Let's just explain why this could happen, right? Let's just go to some alts, for example, right? On time there, you've probably seen, let's say you've already got your wave one, wave two. Let's say by time, you're probably going to be coming in at around the middle of next year. Let's just say hypothetically speaking, right? Start to middle of next year, so the next 12 to 16, 18 months, something like that, right? Now, what I think is going to probably happen if that is the case, I doubt that this is a wave one and a wave two. This is probably an A, this is probably a B, and then we're probably going to get something like this. Or you could obviously just have, sort of this absolutely going fucking bananas. But in my opinion, right, what is very interesting is it will be interesting to see if Bitcoin really does shit the bed, because you've got alts like this that I can even show you my portfolio as well. I've already showed you this, what I'm actually in at the moment. I've only got a little bit of RV. 1 second. Jesus Christ, my throat's fucking rusty in the morning. But you've got stuff like this, right? This could easily just be an A, a B. Obviously, we've got what we've expected on AVAX, so I've just got that slow drift of death, down, down, sideways, obviously down, and then we're looking for that reversal soon. If not soon. Now, what is interesting with this is that is this going to be 5 waves? Again, we're going to have to tell that sort of in the meantime. But if it does come till the middle of next year, would it not be poetic if we've got something like this? Now, how is this going to happen? How the hell is that going to happen when Bitcoin is just going to fall straight through the floor and do something like this? It's just not, in my opinion. There's nothing in history that it's just not the way that this has fell already. We want to be a much higher in AVAX, and alts need to look a lot stronger. Ethereum over Bitcoin needs to look a lot stronger. ETH needs to look a lot stronger. So this is why I put out a tweet yesterday just stating that I'm just I'm not going to lie, I am just very confused at the moment. It is quite interesting, just because there's just way too many counts at the moment for this to actually, sort of foresee and sort of happen, I suppose. But just going backwards again, so let's say this does happen, the fourth wave count, for example. What is retarded is I don't think it will happen, but it should happen. That's what I think. It's just because can I really expect a 250 grand Bitcoin in the next 12 months? That just sounds fucking so stupid, and I sound like one of them retards on CT that's just has no fucking idea what they're doing. But then is it one of them where it's fucking backward psychology, reverse psychology, and because no one else is now expecting it, and we're going to fucking zero? We are so bearish, it is not even funny. Everyone thinks the top is in, and we're into an 18-month, 2-year bear market. Now, everyone could still think the top's in and that bear market could last for the next 5 years, but yeah, I just think the general consensus, everyone is thinking, if anyone can remember back here, this is mainly, fuck me, this is pretty much just a podcast. I should have just got someone on, Jesus Christ. If anyone can remember back here, no one was expecting this, even though this was so fucking extended. I feel like a lot more people are a lot more clever now and have got more experience, though. That is what is, sort of the caveat and etc. But even up here, right? No one, including myself, wasn't. I was in the camp of over 100k Bitcoin. Everyone was in the camp of over 100k Bitcoin. Even here, when we was pulling back, people were still fucking bullish. Even here, people were still bullish. Like, which is understandable because we've not really broke market structure, and you just expected that ABC. But every single person is now calling a top, and we've literally hardly even fucking moved. Like, if you actually zoom out, we've not done a dint into anything. It does look like 5 waves have completed. It looks so like 5 waves have completed, and it looks like the most obvious top ever, and that's why I don't think the top is in, because it just looks way too obvious. Just looks way too obvious, and tops don't come in when they look way too obvious. What obviously makes more sense is, let's say we have that last push up to the upside, and that was the wave 4. So wave 1, 2, 3, 4, then wave 5. That looks the most obvious. Or we've got something like the ending diagonal. Those are the two obvious. Those are the two ways that it sort of plays out, in my opinion. But again, we'll go back. We'll go back to showing that obviously this is your high. So there's a few charts which are RV, for example, right? This looks like arse. If this doesn't bounce soon, this looks absolutely dreadful. The lower we start coming here, I'm literally like 2% in RV. I don't even think I'm in that. I think I'm in like 0.5% or 1% of my portfolio in RV. And then, yeah, so RV looks absolute dog shit. What is, again, interesting, I know I keep saying interesting, I need a new fucking word. Someone comment what word I should use apart from fucking interesting. All these moves could literally just be complacency shoulders, like Blunt's likes to use that word, but it's the called complacency shoulders, where you've literally just got, you're just coming up, and it's just, you're just creating a shoulder, and then you're just going to roll, create a big ABC, right? But then what's even more fucking interesting is if we do come down, and this is an ABC, and now we're going into a couple of year bear market, right? We've only got another 2 year bear market, and then you're telling me that this chart is literally just going to do that. It just does not make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Genuinely, it just does not make sense. What it does make the most sense is this: we just keep marching on. But how poetic would it be if Trump has been signing all these orders? Everyone's so bullish. He's got his own meme coin. Fucking, there was a bit of market euphoria. I don't think it was nowhere near of what we do see at tops. Like, there's nobody in the market that you even expect to be in the market. Like, literally last cycle. I don't want to say last cycle because we're in the same cycle of the 5 waves. But back in 21, literally every single person was in crypto, getting into it here. Even people getting into it here, people staying on chain was showing, people into here, everyone was in it, people were still into it here and here, people were still into it here. It wasn't really until we started coming down here where people got really fucking bearish, which is obviously the psychology of the market, because this is your third wave, where people really, really, really got fucking bearish. And yeah, just people, like every single person I knew was in crypto here, most people. Whereas up here, that's not the case. There's hardly anyone even fucking into it. And it's quite interesting because, for Jesus Christ, someone can count how many times I've said interested in this video. Fuck me. But it is because it's been a Bitcoin solo run, and that's why I don't think the top is in. And I still think we've got time to go. But what does make the most sense is that, again, it's probably a 10, 15, 20% tops that this happens. Not even, probably 10, 15%. But what is the most poetic is that this should happen from looking at alts. Because then we've got, obviously, Bitcoin keeps going. Then you've got, obviously, altcoins, and it would just look, that is a blow off top. That is how you get most of the fucking market participants into the market. And in, sort of Bitcoin, you constantly have fifth wave extensions and fifth wave blow off tops. You've literally, in the whole of history of Bitcoin, I'm going on a tangent here. Hopefully people like this. I've literally lost the fucking plot, right? But honestly, I'm literally just talking bollocks. What's going on here? Right, so let's say we've got, it's mental as well, isn't it, that I showed all those things prior to the video. Obviously, everything showed the top coming up here. Imagine we do have that little tiny little final push, and I was right on an April top. Imagine that. We get one little tiny push, and I was bang on right a year and a half ago. April top. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. It would be quite nice and poetic, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, why the fuck did I go on here? I went on here for a reason. Oh yeah, to show the fifth wave. So because this is the third wave, right? We cannot exceed 388 grand. I don't think we will exceed that if it is a fifth wave extension. But we've got five waves extension. We've got a wave one extension and a wave five extension. Honestly, that I don't think I've ever seen that in any market. If this, I was about to say if this is the case, but it has been the case. But I've never ever seen that ever. I've never seen like a first and a fifth wave extension. It's normally a third wave and a fifth wave extension, but we'll go with it. So wave one, wave two, wave three, wave four, and obviously you've got your fifth wave. So one, two, three, four, five. So you've got one, two, three, four, five. This is obviously an extension. Then you've got one, two, three, four, five. This wave's an extension. Inside of it, you've got one, two. Inside of this, one, two, three, four. Oh no, I've just showed that. Yeah, five. Obviously, fifth wave extension. One, two, three, four, five. This is probably going to be another fifth wave extension. I'm saying probably be. I'm talking about it already sort of has been, but obviously we could be coming down here for a wave two, and then obviously do something like this. It will be pretty fucking mental if we do end up getting a 200 to 300k Bitcoin, um, but yeah, just a lot of these alts, they're just showing to me that it's just not in yet. Like even this, for example, this could easily just be this is the low, wave one, quick sharp wave two, wave one, wave two, wave three, wave four, wave five, wave four, and wave five. And obviously, alts end up having that last little push after Bitcoin's topped, and then everything fucking shits the bed. It just makes the most sense. Plus, this is what is confusing me so much. It is poetic and it is the confluence is there that everyone was so bullish, the market's fucking Trump's in order, blah, blah, blah. And, he's signing all these treaties and decoration and all this shit when we're literally at the top. He's bringing his own, sort of coin in, etc. But then I also see the cases America is literally going into probably its most bullish time. I mean, I say bullish. They're royally fucked. Like they are fucked. It's just they're just prolonging the inevitable for the next, like I'm saying, the next couple of years until it sort of does go, sort of petong, I suppose. So, but yeah, even Doge, for example, there's every single coin right now where we are literally is a complete 50-50 coin toss of we're literally entering a bear with Bitcoin, or we're about to go on an absolute fucking monster rally. And this is again just a wave one, wave two, and we're literally just going to keep fucking marching on for the next, I'd say probably 2 years for alts, a year to year and a half, pushing close to a year and a half for Bitcoin. And I know I wasn't screaming that prior, and I wasn't screaming that down here, and the whole way here, the whole fucking way here, I have been screaming that the top is going to come in literally at this point, and I did actually show this. On a tweet the other day. This is what I drew out. This is where I had the original 3 and 4, but I just put a box in here where the actual 3 and 4 is, um, which I think is pretty fucking decent, to be honest. And then obviously we had that extension. I have moved this box backwards. This box was actually there. All right, but we've because we did obviously expect it. I would honestly love nothing more for this to be wave one, two, wave three, wave four, and we just have one last push into this box in top in April. Please, if anything can happen, just do that and then fall to shit, just so I've got it right and I can fucking put the poster on my wall. But we've pretty much got it bang on the button anyway. This is the first line we drew out back here. All right. But yeah, I just think, yeah, I don't know. I'm just very 50-50. Like you've got even stuff like this, like like obviously you've got sort of your third wave here, then you've got this here, but then there's also shit like look at this weekly. This is the low here, right? This is the low here. Pull that, yeah, I'll still show. Jesus Christ, I've only been using fucking TradingView for the last fucking 5-6 years. So we've got low here. Look at the weekly RSI here. We're literally creating a fucking huge divergence if this keeps coming down. I think that's a hidden bullish divergence. One sec. Yeah, I just need to double confirm that. Yeah, it is. So yeah, hidden bullish divergence where we've got the RSI here. Obviously, on the weekly we've come down, and like we've like obviously this is coming up here, this is down here. Like we've just got so much more room to run. It's not even fucking funny. So when people show this, I'm like, yeah, that's understandable, and that's obviously probably the reason why we are falling. I mean, not the prime reason, but you can see it from a technical perspective. But yeah, I just don't think it is in yet. We've just not felt in impulsive faction in an impulsive fashion in my opinion. But again, it could be a leading diagonal. Then we could just come up and then, sort of absolutely shit the bed, and still have that 1, 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. This obviously still keeps, sort of chundering down. Then you get a decent retrace on the weekly, you come up a fair bit, and then you could just keep doing stuff like this. You can just keep doing that for ages, and I do understand that. So again, it's not a sort of say all be all, etc. But yeah, anyway, I'm going on a wild tangent. But there are a lot of charts where I'm like, this shit's going higher, and I'm like, this shit's going lower. So it's fucking wild. Like this, for example, right? I'm buying so much HNT, I don't even give a fuck if I'm wrong and I end up losing 50%. I'm fucking not asked because I'm very this just looks great. Even look at some of these on the daily, right? Massive divergence, huge bullish divergence. That's gone down, that's come up, huge bullish divergence, right? This just looks great. Same as AVAX, huge ABC down, right? Hype, for example, this just looks fucking great too. You've got, oh shit, oh bastard, I'm not on fucking. Let me just go on this, right? So you've got, what was I? I was on hype, yeah. I'm just showing obviously my best charts right now, right? Now, I showed this obviously prior before on the daily. This again, this could either be coming down to $11 or we could be coming down to $10, which is just down here. Looks huge on here, but it could be a 1.618 ABC. What the hell is going on? So it could be coming down to 1.618, which is $10 down here, which is obviously down here at the bottom of this channel. All right, so obviously come back, tap this channel, and then obviously off we pop. And that's probably what's going to be happening. Is this going to be falling to shit? Maybe. It might be. But again, huge just ABC, and it just looks like we're in that bottoming process. You've got Link. This is, again, two complete different. Have we got something like, sort of just a complacency shoulder where this, again, is just got. This isn't the low, by the way. The low down Link is literally like fucking down there. But again, is this sort of A, B, C? I don't think it is. I think it's either wave one, A, B, C, wave three, wave four, wave five, and we've still got that time to go. Or again, wave one, wave two, wave one, wave two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, stuff like that. So like 1, 2, 1, 2, but it's probably a running flat, A, B, C, or it could be an expanded flat, and then obviously even more. But they're just this is what I mean by the waves are just a lot thicker now. Everything is just a lot thicker and everything's just taking a lot longer and more drawn out. There's not fucking 2, 3 coins like there were years ago. It's a lot more drawn out, and this is why it's harder to navigate. And the average investor's got no fucking chance, in my opinion, if you're not learning this shit. But again, this is the same. This could literally just be going sort of rolling for ages. But again, I personally think this is going up. So if I think this is going up, is Bitcoin going to 250 grand, 300 grand? It's crazy. Ondo, similar thing. Is this sort of a running flat before this goes up, or is this just a huge ABC and we're off fucking, we're absolutely sea best? Again, this is the same. I've mentioned this before. This has got two options. This is either your wave 4, A, B, C, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Obviously, this is why we've had this count in here. And then obviously we've got wave A, B, C, and then we're going to have a drawn waves like that. But then again, is this like just going to keep continuing after a year or two in another 18 months? Probably not. This is why I think we're going to have this last fucking huge bull off top, something like this. Blow off top, bull off top, fucking hell, blow off top. Plus, after an extension, it always normally precedes. Sorry, after an expanded flat, normally always precedes an extension. I did think we had a running flat. Someone made a joke. I think it was Sam. He did say, because I said here it could just be a running flat. and then obviously off you go until it becomes an expanded flat. But it does make most sense now to take this liquidity down here, and then obviously off you go. So yeah, Sui as well, for example, is this just a huge ABC, and this is going to fall to shit. I'll be honest, this is just me just talking about the markets today and ranting. If I'm being completely transparent, there's no like, yeah. Again, I do think we're going to be going up, but yeah, and that's really it, really. To be honest, I know I've sort of just gone rambled on, but you've either got that massive extension. What does make the most sense is either we do have one last push up, and then it is either falling to shit. That's just what I really want, really. But yeah, the ending diagonal to me makes the most sense. Wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. That's what makes the most sense to me, and then we fall to shit. But I'm going to confuse you all even more here, because what actually makes the most sense is this count. It's just, I just don't think my mental capacity can come to it that we're going to go absolutely fucking parabolic, and we're going to 250 and 300 grand. So yes, if that does happen, then fucking brilliant. But what is very, very interesting is a lot of metrics and a lot of on-chain data showed a lot of whales selling here and here, but nowhere near as much as the top back in, was this the top? That was the top. They were selling massively here and massively here. Now, they were selling here and here, but nowhere near as what you'd expect. So, and because of all the bearish sentiment, again, yeah, it's funny, isn't it? That is probably looking like the most likely case, but I just don't think it is. I can't bring myself to do it, boys. I can't. But yeah, if you can, like, comment, subscribe, share it about. I know it's a bit of a weird video today. If you can, just leave me some feedback of what you thought of this one. Bit of a different one. I literally just talked bollocks for about, yeah, half an hour. But yeah, like I said, if you can like it, share it about, retweet it, fucking do what you can. Love you all lots. It's been a fucking pleasure. I am gonna bring consistency back. Probably said that 10 times, but I have nothing on. Deleted all my socials apart from Twitter, and yeah, it's just sort of full force on trading and everything really. Yeah, just sort of focusing on all this stuff. So yeah, being more into it, meaning Twitter. All right, but yeah, that's it. Peace. If you need me, just drop me through a message. But yeah, I'm going to be at least focused for the next 3 or 4 months fully, because I've got nothing on. So all good. Peace. We're off to 300k, boys.